Hey guys, Producer Millian in here, coming at you. Hope everybody's doing well, thank you, and welcome to the vlog. Today I want to talk to you about a topic of working from home. Now I gotta tell you, working from home is sweet! I absolutely love it. And it's been something that I've kind of always done, like over the last 10 years or so. I've had opportunities where not only have I worked at home, but I've worked in offices, and I've worked at a regular job, and I've worked out in the field. And to me, working at home is like the coolest thing ever. Love it! It's everything they say it could be. But I got to be very real with you about it. There are certain realities that come along with working from home, certain distractions and certain strategies that you need to implement if you're going to pull this off right. Now, not everyone is built for working at home, so let me just be very blunt with you about that. There are some of you out there that just can't handle it yet. Now, it's not to say that you won't be able to, so keep that in mind. But what I want to tell you is that you have to have certain things in place and a certain mindset, and it'll go much, much smoother and much, much better. Now, a problem that people have is when they start first working from home, they get caught up in the fact that, oh, look, there's my TV, maybe I should watch something. Or, hey, look how nice it is outside, maybe I can go run out and play, go jogging, whatever it is I do. Or, hey, somebody's home from lunch today, maybe we can go out and get something. There's all these distractions that come up, and you have to get those under control. If you're easily distracted, don't consider working from home until you get it under control. First thing I want to tell you in my set of strategies for working from home, and there's tons of these, so I'm only going to give you maybe the first three to get you going here. Number one is set a morning ritual. Now what I mean is set actual steps that you do every single day in the same order from the time you get up to the time you actually sit at your desk and start doing work. Now you would say, oh, I hate routine. And you know what? Humans thrive on routine, and you'll find something very interesting is that when you get into this routine on autopilot, it basically frees up a lot of thinking and mind, like energy. And that energy you don't have to expend thinking and deciding and all that stuff, you can actually translate that into doing better work. Sounds silly, but trust me, it works, because I hate routine. I'm not like that either. But once I started implementing the morning ritual thing that I do, you know, I get up, brush my teeth, shower, shave, get dressed, the whole deal. And once I follow it through, I wrote it out on a piece of paper and I follow it to the T. I go into the kitchen, I eat my breakfast, I eat the same thing, I go feed my dogs, I let them out, the fish, you know, feed him, and then I go into work. I have like a whole laundry list of things that I do in the same order. And what it does is it takes the thinking off the table. And when you don't have to think about it, you really do save some of that energy. You got to remember that your mind and your body are built to conserve energy. And this is one way to do it so that when you get to work, you're sharper and on your game. So set a morning ritual is the first thing. Number two, I cannot stress to you the amount of distractions you're going to have working from home. Working from home, you have to remember that if you have family at home, such as a spouse or a child or whatever, they will come talk to you. They will come see what you're doing. They will come ask you, do you want to stop for lunch? And when you have that momentum going, sometimes you know it's very, very hard to do that. So beware of that if you're going to work from home. Now, not that having family around is a bad thing. I love when my wife and son are here, but you have to remember that you are working at the same time. Just as you wouldn't go to someone's place of work every few minutes to ask them stuff, you can't do that to someone at home, so you have to set that boundary. In addition to that, you have to remember that if someone knows you're home or that you work from home, they'll stop at your house, ring your doorbell, hey, want to go out to lunch? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, want to have coffee? Whatever. And if you say yes and you get out the door and go with them, guess what? That's work time you're losing. You can't do that at a regular job, so you can't do that at home either. Now, it's not to say that you can't flex your time and work things out. That's one of the beauties of working at home, is that you have control over your schedule. What I'm talking about is when it becomes a habit that becomes destructive to your work. That's when you got to be careful, okay? And number three, I'm going to tell you why you're lazy. And I started kind of alluding to it a second ago. The human mind and the human body are built to conserve energy. The reason that people are lazy and they sit on the couch and they just watch TV all day or play video games is because once the body is in that routine, it doesn't expend any further energy. It actually knows what it's getting. It doesn't have to think about it. It's very easy to stay in that, and it conserves energy. Okay, that's the key line here. So what happens is that if ahead of time you set out your ritual, you set out your strategy, and you set out your plan, and you follow it to the T, that eventually starts becoming your new habit. And the more that that becomes your new habit, the more that you will expend less energy because your mind already knows what's coming. You don't have to sit and think about it. There are times where you see stories of people like Albert Einstein or Steve Jobs where they basically had several sets of the same clothes, same pants and same shirt. They wore the same thing every day in a uniform style. And you say, okay, that's kind of weird. But if you think about it, they didn't have to sit there and decide what they're going to wear, put it together, what's clean, what's not. They didn't have to do that. It took that mental energy out of the picture so they can use that for something else. So I would suggest if you're going to work from home, get a couple of the same pairs of pants, get a couple polo shirts made, maybe with your logo of your company, and go the uniform thing. It takes a lot off the table. So the reason you're lazy is because your body is trying to conserve energy, and you have the opportunity to either give it something like television and sitting on the couch where it'll conserve energy, or you can give it a productive ritual to follow where it will also conserve energy, but you'll actually be productive at the same time. Now, I'm not one of these people that are going to sit there and say, you ever see this motivational people and they're like, in 21 days, you can change a habit. And that's crap, okay? You cannot change a habit in 21 days. That applies to young people and children. They're the ones that can change a habit in 21 days. When it comes to adults, if you're older, it takes 6 to 8 weeks to change the habit. So what I'm going to tell you is you don't have to do this all at once, but as you're working at home, start laying out little pieces of things you can do every day and turn that into your habit and into your ritual, and you will be much better off. I guarantee it's going to happen. So working from home is freaking wonderful. I love it because in a day like today, my wife is at her job, my son is with his grandparents. I got the whole place to myself. It's wonderful. It's quiet, just how I like it. Now, I'm like the introverted type, which is, doing a vlog, but I'm not really here with anyone, so it's easy to do. But in crowds and stuff, I just don't like it. Now, I don't have any social phobias, nothing like that. I just don't like being around crowds. And I think because what it is like I kind of sense, what's going on in the crowd a lot of times, and it just sucks the life right out of me. And I prefer more quiet, more solitude, and in a situation like this, it's wonderful. The other cool part about working from home, another positive reality is that there are times where I set my morning ritual to be up at 3:30 a.m. I work till my son wakes up around 7, 8 o'clock, depending on him, and then I'll spend time with him, and then I go back into my work part of the day when he goes off to do to his grandparents or to his schools or whatever he's doing. And I have a whole schedule mapped out for myself all throughout the given week. And if there's a night like last night, for instance, we went out to see the movie Poltergeist in 3D, which was wonderful. The original was better, obviously, a little scarier, but the special effects in this one were phenomenal. And I know a lot of you like sci-fi people out there, you're thinking, oh, they're cheesy, but I enjoyed it. It was great. Poltergeist 3D. So I wanted to go see a movie last night, and it wasn't playing till late, so I went out and I said, you know what? It's about midnight. There's no way in this world I'm getting up at 3:30. So what I did was I said, okay, I work at home. I don't have to answer to a boss, which is even better. And I just flexed it where I went to bed at midnight. I got up around 6, 7 o'clock. I forget exactly what it was. My son's staying over at my parents' house. So it was just me, and got a full night's sleep. I'm nice and rested. And as you can see how lovely I look. See how young and youthful I appear? Yeah. That's because I got a good night's sleep. So got a ton of work done today, and doing this vlog for you, just chatting with you a little bit. So it's been actually a great week. In the last vlog, I was telling you that I was getting a little worried because business seemed like it was drying up and I was freaking out. Well, I don't know what it was, but June 1st hit. It's June 3rd today, but as June 1st hit, the orders just came flying in. And in the last vlog, I was telling you about planting seeds when the times are good, right? What I did was, I told you I reached out to 4 authors, pitched my message to them. 2 got back to me, 1 became a client. So 25% out of that, not a bad score. So you extrapolate that out and you do a whole bunch more people, it's going to be good. Plant the seeds while the times are good, just following up with you on that. So, been a good time, been a good week since I spoke to you last. Everything is going well, and I just want to encourage you, if you're the type of person that is planning to start something where you're going to work at home, just be careful. There's a lot of pitfalls that you can fall into. There's a lot of things that can mess you up. There's a lot of things that will get in your way. If you think you have distractions at an office job or if you work out in the field somewhere, it's going to double when you get at home. And not only that, there's the fun distractions, there's the unnecessary distractions, and then there's just the element of, wow, I'm free, I don't have to answer to anyone. And sometimes if you can't handle your freedom, bad things happen. And I just kind of look around in our culture today. There's a lot of people that just can't handle what they got going on. Don't be one of those people. Okay, so, Producer Millian, coming at you. Just want to thank you again for being here with me and hanging out. And please subscribe somewhere. I don't know where the button is, but maybe down there somewhere. Click the subscribe button so you can get these updates so we can continue hanging out. I just want to share my solopreneur experience with you and just a little bit of what we got going on in personal life. And just come hang with me, and if you have any questions, hit me up. You could also visit my website at millian.com, which is millian.com. Email me at producer@millian.com if you like, and on Twitter at producermillian. So you're welcome to hit me up, ask any questions, throw some suggestions or anything you'd like to know, and I will be happy to answer. So see you guys soon. Thanks for being here.